You know the word. You felt it. That sudden, unexplained terror in the woods. The feeling that something is watching you from the shadows. The primal fear that makes your heart stop and your legs run before your brain understands why. That feeling has a name. Pan. I am not just a god of the wild. I am the wild itself. The scream in the night, the rustle in the leaves that shouldn't be there. The Greeks named their greatest fear after me, and when I died, an entire world heard the news and wept. My birth was not like the other gods. No golden halls, no thunderbolts, no perfect beauty. My mother was a nymph named Dryope. My father was Hermes, the trickster god. When I was born, she took one look at me and screamed, not from joy, from terror. I had the legs of a goat, horns on my head, and a face that was half man, half beast. I was so ugly, so monstrous, that my own mother could not bear to look at me. But Hermes did not abandon me. He wrapped me in hairskins and carried me to Olympus to show me to the gods. They laughed, they pointed, they called me a freak. And then something happened that surprised everyone. I made them laugh. Not at me, with me. I was strange, yes, but I was also charming, wild, irresistible in my own way. Zeus looked at me and saw something he had never seen before, a god who belonged to no palace, no throne, no order, a god who would live in the spaces between the city and a forest, between reason and instinct, between man and beast. He named me Pan, which means all, because I was everything they were not. What happens to a god who is rejected by beauty and embraced by the wild? What power grows in that rejection? I never built temples. I never sat on thrones. My home was Arcadia, the wild heart of Greece, the mountains, the caves, the forests. I lived among the nymphs, the satyrs, the creatures that the civilized world forgot, and I was happy there. I played my pipes, the syrinx, carved from 7 reeds, and the sound was like nothing the gods had ever heard. It was raw, it was primal, it made you want to dance, to run, to forget everything you thought you knew, and remember what it felt like to be alive. But I was not gentle. The wild is not gentle. I had my desires, and I pursued them with the same force that a wolf pursues a deer. The nymphs ran from me. Sometimes they escaped. Sometimes they didn't. And when they didn't, I chased them through the forests until they transformed into trees, into rivers, into anything to escape my grasp. Syrinx, my greatest love, became the very reeds I carved into my pipes. I play her still. Every note is a memory. The god of the wild is not kind. He is what he is. What does it mean to worship a god who terrifies as much as he delights? You want to know where the word panic comes from? It comes from me. In the Battle of Marathon, the Greeks stood against the Persian army. They were outnumbered, terrified, ready to break, and I came to their aid. I let out a cry, a sound so primal, so terrifying, that the Persian army froze, their horses reared, their soldiers ran. The Greeks, hearing my cry, found courage. They won the battle that saved democracy itself. That cry, that sudden, inexplicable terror, the Greeks called it panikon deima, panic fear. It was my gift to them. Because sometimes fear is not a weakness. Sometimes fear is the thing that saves you. The rabbit that freezes before the hawk lives. The soldier who runs from a trap survives. I am not just terror. I am survival instinct. The voice in your gut that screams, run, before your mind has time to argue. But there is another story they tell, a stranger one. In the reign of Tiberius, a sailor named Thamos was sailing past the island of Paxos. He heard a voice from the shore crying, Thamos, when you reach Palodes, announce that the great Pan is dead. Thamos did as he was told, and from the shore a great cry of grief rose up, as if the world itself was mourning. What does it mean when the god of the wild dies? Can the wild ever truly die? I am not dead. I cannot die. Because wherever there is wilderness, I am there. Every forest path that leads somewhere unexpected. Every moment of sudden, inexplicable joy in the middle of nature. Every time you feel the hair on your neck stand up and you don't know why. That is me, watching, waiting, reminding you that you are not as civilized as you think. You live in cities of glass and steel. You control your world with screens and schedules. But the wild is still there. In the park you walk through, in the garden behind your house, in the dreams you have when you forget to be perfect. That is my domain, and I am waiting for you to come outside and play. I am Pan, the wild god, the one who laughs and terrifies in equal measure. The question is not whether I exist. The question is, when was the last time you felt me? Subscribe. The forest is always listening.